Alright, this game is also playable. Is playable with a keyboard or a gamepad. You can change the control in the options menu. Good to know. Hi everyone, this is audap, and we're going to check out Celestian Tales, Old North. This game's actually been on my wishlist for a long time, and I never committed to buying it. But it's on sale this week, so let's check it out. We are on full screen, normal difficulty. We'll leave the sound normal. Let's do instant text. What we got? We've got action, cancel, menu, and that's it. Well, that's all roleplay really needs. Okay, let's play, huh? Arya Geraldine. Arya has lived a life of rigid decorum and zealous faith as a daughter of the... While the most elegant and ladylike of the playable characters, she is a crusader of the dais before anything else. She believes in one true faith and struggles to understand the concept of tolerance. So she's kind of a bitch. Lucien Leroux. Leave the ball. Leroux sits on a saddle at the vanguard. Ever since she was old enough to wield the weapon, Lucien has been forged on the fields of battle. Duty and loyalty are her virtues and vices, as she often stands undecided whether to follow her conscience or her orders. Isaac Golden Lake. Golden Lake, huh? Yeah. It's in the P videos, I guess. A lowborn's life has been decided since birth, struggling just to live another day, and then dies a nobody. Driven by ambition and hatred for the nobles, Isaac clawed his way out of poverty. From there, he aims to create a better world for the poor, but finds himself gradually turning into into those he once despised. Oh, okay, interesting. Lian, bearing stigma as a half-elf, Lian keeps a positive attitude, though seen by her kin as a living mistake. The cheerful girl was sent to the human realm to find out if she fits better with her other half-kin. As realities confront her nativity, she fiercely challenges the status quo, questioning why humanity has to be so okay, that's more relatable to me than anything. Camille Rhine, or Rin, one of those two. Born in a mercantile family, Camille was exposed to the outer realms through stories and lore told in books. His novel inventions and radical ideas shunned by society. She dreams of exploring the wonders of the world, but nobility demands her to stay and serve the homeland. Let's see, Renard de la Forêt, heir of a family tasked to guard an ancient forest. Renard was raised as a hunter. As one of the greatest warriors of his generation, he believes that his role in this world is to fight. However, a knight is expected to be more than a warrior, but also a leader of his people. Something Renard has much to learn about. Oh, that's really the typical... let's just start from the right. Arya Geraldine. We'll play the bitch first. Honored father, beloved sister and brother, how can I help you? What can I help you with? Arya, thou hast finished thy daily prayer? I have just now, honored father. What is it that thou asks? And how went thy fencing practice with thy mentor? Dueling with the sword. The mentor has told me so at the end of today's session. Such is certainly good news to hear. And what of thy history lessons? 'Tis as usual, honored father. My understanding has far exceeded the class's subjects. As a pastime, I have just finished the founding a few days ago. Excellent, dear daughter. Thy achievements are indeed worthy of the name Geraldine. I would suppose, then, that are ready for this task I am about to give. Pardon, honored father. What kind of task might it be? The task of knighthood, dear daughter. Thou art to go to Levantine and serve as a squire. Knighthood, honored father? Am I not joining the ranks of clergymen? The capabilities are far more useful as a knight, dear daughter. Then would it not squiring under the pious paladins of the Belenus be a better choice? Is there something thou wished me to learn from the wolves? Or to Levantine? Indeed there is, daughter. Indeed there is. You see, House Belenus has a strong position in their claim to the Blade Bearer. They have many candidates in line for the throne, candidates of good upbringing and merit. House Levant, however, there is a reason this lady is mockingly called Sophia the Baron. I see. They have nay heir, and thus thou wish me to take the seat of Levantine for thyself? No, not for thyself, dear. Do such a selfish thing. 'Tis for us, dear. With careful planning, the name Geraldine shall rise in power. If it is thy will, father, I shall serve obediently. Blessed I am with wonderful children. With thy help, soon we shall be bearers of the sacred sword. Send me news of anything that happens in Levantine, dear. Thou shalt be our eyes and ears. Dear son, I miss thee so. I cannot imagine seeing thee hurt. Please take care of thyself for me. I shall send for thee as well, sister. Be well and listen well to father's words. The road's full of Arya. You should sharpen your blade. Commoners, they aren't even allowed to touch the noble caste. Now those ungrateful creatures are trying to rob us of what is ours. Even thinking about it is sickening. Arya, who knows? Maybe I'll get a chance to take a swing at them. I shall send for the Levants. You two prepare for the journey in a few weeks. Very well, honored father. Okay, well, we're playing scumbags. Okay. I shall miss Godland. Ah, of course you will, sister. You will be living in Levantine, after all. Have you heard how nobles and commoners live? What a joke. How have these living outside Godland endured such a thing, I wonder? To share the ground we step on with peasants, 'tis unfathomable for me. Only the houses of Godland are true nobles, sister. That's why only we keep such traditions. The Levants, the Durandals, they're all of impure bloodlines. It's clear from the color of their hair, darkened by the filth in their lineage, so much unlike our golden strands. Indeed, prove that we stem from the same hallowed ancestry as Lord Riviere. 'Tis as father said, we are better suited to be blade bearers than the Levants or the Durandals. With you slipping in behind the walls of Levantine, we'll right the wrong soon, dear sister. Help! Did you hear that, brother? I did. Rejoice, sister. Maybe our entertainment has arrived. The Geraldines! Haha, talk about luck! They must be stacked with coins and gold. Hand over all your belongings now, nobles, and we might just let you live. And give us those fancy-looking swords, too. They'll fetch quite a price. Fancy-looking swords. I'll give mine to you. Where would you like me to put it? In your neck or through your guts? You want to do it the hard way, eh? Get them! What do you have for skills? Heal and protection. Let's just attack. I really like the art. I think this is like the right way to do a tribute to an old-style 60-minute game. It's pretty well written so far. It's getting high marks for me at this point in time. But please, sir, mercy. Oh, so now it begs for mercy. After threatening to kill us and take what is ours, no less. Limits. I was only following their order, sir. Our village is starving. We need to buy something to eat. Well, that's your problem, isn't it? Other villagers are doing fine, after all. You should have been a very loyal subject, mongrel. Instead, you will now die a hungry traitor. Brother, this one is but a child, a youngster perhaps lured into the ways of evil. Thou art a knight and an inquisitor, brother. To murder him, it would tarnish. You have a point. I certainly don't want to sully my blade with the blood of those not worthy of killing. Ah, I have a brilliant idea. How about you do it, Arya? Me? I would beg thee to spare him. What are you? No oaths, no promises. You can kill him however you want. I cannot, brother. 'Tis not the way it should be. Sweet, sweet Arya. Perhaps reading too many scriptures and staying behind closed walls has made you so very... This boy is a subject who attacked his own liege. According to the laws of Deus, such a traitor must die, yes? These are indeed the words of the scriptures, but to kill one who has surrendered... Then there's no need to hesitate. Isn't our duty to ensure the laws to the letter? I can hear you moving, little boy. If you try to escape, I swear I'll take this horse and chase you down. I'll tie your legs and drag you until we reach the port, then drown you alive. You hear me? Now, where were we? Ah, it's about my native little sister, wasn't it? Knighthood is filled with fighting, dear sister. You will kill someone, sooner or later. Think of this as a test to mark your coming of age, so to speak. I do not think I am ready for such a thing. Fine. Then I shall do what I just said and drag him to the harbor. But perhaps, to add a little more taste, he should be flayed before drowned. What do you think? And the pain, the agony I will inflict upon him until he screams for death. Abel, please! There's no need to do such a horrible act. Then do it! "5, sister. If he's still alive by then..." "No, please. I have my sisters waiting for me. I beg you, miss. I'll do anything." "That thou may find peace." Full trip. Yeah, she looks very ill. Is it seasickness? Maybe. She looks as if she looks as if she's just on the verge of crying. I don't dare to ask, though. You know how the Geraldines are with commoners. Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel bad, but I guess it's safer to just leave her alone. I am sorry. Truly sorry. Ah, well, for some reason the art took a nosedive all of a sudden, but oh well. A night's training. Welcome, young ones, to Castle Levantine. I know I pronounce it different every time. Your journey must... I ask that you listen to what I have to say. Your parents sent you here so that you can learn under my tutelage. I may not be the best mentor of knightly arts, nor may I be the best in matters of piety, but as bearer of the sacred sword of Garu, I my best to teach you. Camille of the Reen, how is your family? Is Lord Robert in good health? He tries to give us that impression, my lord, but my father isn't getting younger. I shall send some medicines as gifts for him, then. Your brother, too, earned his knighthood in these halls. I shall temper you in the same fire. I hope I can make them proud, my lord. Ah! Isn't it Reynard? Stories of your might precede you. You'll soon see them firsthand, my lord. Are unsung heroes that defend the realm, Master Reynard. Do you think your own legend can someday rise up to their glory? I wouldn't have agreed to come here if I didn't believe so, my lord. What a spirited youngster! I expect Arya of the Godland Geraldines. I was surprised to hear of... I am, after all, far from being the most pious of knights. My lord is too humble. The name is for its praise all over Old North. Faith comes in many shapes, my lord. Thine great wisdom is one amongst it. Allowed to learn under such a man. Well, well, I see Lord Gareth has taught you to be a prodigy in the art of speech. You'll no doubt succeed, but there's more to knighthood than politics. I understand, my lord. I shall deliver thee my best. Lucien, my, look at how you've grown. I hear you've just vanquished another band of renegades with your uncle. Indeed, my lord. Lord Uncle himself led the skirmish to glorious victory. A somehow odd choice for a nickname, don't you think? I'm sorry, my lord. I got used to calling him as such. It's all right, Lucien. Our niece is allowed to be fond of her uncle, isn't she? How's my brother-in-law doing? As is fitting for the finest swordsman in the Old North, my lord. Good then. I hope he'll... Young Master Isaac, my deepest condolences regarding the state of the Golden Lakes. But I shall respect his last wishes and take you in as a squire. Thank you, my lord. Is something wrong, my lord? No, something is troubling me, but I can't seem to put it... I guess I'm just getting old and forgetful. Now, this is a rare occurrence indeed. It is not often we see it. Yet the badge you brought, is it your father's, you say? Yes, mother gave it to Lee. Said that she would show it to you, and said that she should show it to you. I knew him full well, Ilian. Your father was a good man. And if you are indeed his daughter, then you do have the right to be knighted. Thank you for this opportunity, Lord. Cherish these days. First of all, though, perhaps I should have you learn how to correctly address nobles. Huh? Did Lee say something wrong? No matter. I suppose it will take care of itself later. Knighthood. Such a thing is not privileged given to those born of noble blood. Sacred responsibility, given to us by the heavens and by those who came before us. Some might think that being entitled, but that's not all what it is. Noblesse oblige. The is not only in titles, but also in duties. Your training won't be easy, squires, nor will it be pleasant. This isn't the place for that. I'll not teach you how to behave in court, nor how to charge into battle atop a destrier, but I will teach you the tenet of knighthood to perform your duties. Duties to your people, duties to our queen, duties to our realm, things that run our world. Husband, dearest, perhaps you should keep the speech brief. These young ones have just traveled. I'm sure they need rest. Ah, yes, you're right, dear. Forgive me for the overzealous oratory. Sometimes. Perhaps most of the time, husband dear. Let me show them to their room. Very well. Get some rest tonight, squires. Tomorrow you'll be starting your training. Jacques, Levantines, I'll be your mentor for the day. It will be glorious. Start to your adventures. Out of that. A new place to live in, and first thing you do? How diligent. 'Tis merely a habit of mine, Lady Sophia. A few pages a day. An admirable habit indeed, dear squire. You are free to walk around, but remember to take a rest. Tomorrow, show your respect by doing it with your fullest. If you ever wonder where you should go, check the lore book to see where you should go next. I understand, Lady Sophia. Good. I shall leave you on your own, then. May you find Levantine an enjoyable... Yeah, let's go talk to everyone. Hello, my name is Ilian. She's a little afraid of making mistakes, but she looks forward to playing with the other squires. It'll be fun, right? Oh, did they say multiple things? I don't know. No, okay, that's good. Sometimes that's just easier. Oh, you startled me. Can I help? If not, I'm a little busy sorting all these stuff, so, can you please leave? Hello, fellow squire. Let's do our best in squiring and becoming knights together. Oh, hello there. Can I help you with something? We're going to do many things together. Work well with each other. Hey there. What are you doing? I can't wait till tomorrow's training. Must be a lot of swinging axes around. Ah, it's good to see new faces around. Welcome to Levantine, Squire. Do you fancy reading? Are you here to find a book or two? You can find many things to read here. Go ahead and dig on in. Okay. Satani. Guess I'll read the fireplace. Okay, well, you're lying about... Okay, I'll forgive you. Actually, her character would forgive him. Move and patrol with a pattern. If you time your movements right, you can avoid engaging in combat. Ah, that's no fun. Honored squires, I hope you enjoy your stay. If you've had your share of fighting a foe or two on your own, but fighting a group of enemies is a different beast. It can be difficult to handle alone. What's a safer option? Think twice before venturing without allies. This is the castle's dining room, where Lord and Lady eat and sometimes receive guests. You will be dining with the Lord and Lady if they're available. Please make sure to wear something presentable. Nightgowns are not acceptable. Master and Mrs., what are you doing in the kitchen? Your clothes will get dirty if you stay here for too long. Please don't bother me while I'm cooking. You don't want anything to get burnt, do you? No entries allowed. Wow, Grumpy McGrumpy Pants. It is a daunting task to join. Please, put your safety above all else. It may not sound knightly, I know. I am not one after. Still, I can't imagine the grief of not seeing you return, dear squires. Has the Master-at-Arms given you a task for your training? Perhaps these children are still weary after their journey, dear. Advise to send them straight into training. Knighthood begins with discipline, my dear. It has to be forged from youth. I'm sure he'll give appropriate tasks for these fresh squires. Don't keep him waiting now. Go meet him at the stables as soon as you are able. Violets are red, roses are blue. Goes? Anything in these pots? No. The sound of flowing water and breeze of the wind. They're so beautiful. This could be a perfect day if only he would take a hint and let me sit in peace. Learn to not to meddle in anyone else's business, squires. This area is currently restricted. Please come back later. Ornamental Hantonen. Welcome to Upper Levantine, where nobles and gentries reside in the city. Please mind your manners in this area. Whoa, you stalled me there, squire. What would you do if I fell into the flux because of it? Oh, this place is big. Good equipment and well prepared for traveling. Always double check your inventory and make sure you have everything. Can thou spare a moment for Deus Valorous, the one true god? Enlightenment for those who are lost in their path to follow the Deus. What are you doing? Ah! Are you the new squires of Levantine? Well, especially you, darling Geraldine. Do you know what courtesy melted the hearts of men? No, not nowadays, does it? Well, it doesn't do anything for me. We do weekly prayers together in but it doesn't have its own church. Close your eyes and pray in such a huge place like this. How small I am, as a person. Miss Aria of the Geraldines, are you here for daily? While I'm sure the churches you frequent in Godland, this simple place is special on its own. I would let myself be engulfed in peace and serenity, and with the voice of the Deus gently reaching my heart. I think that's just heartburn. Greetings. Still sanctioned by the church. No money, so no. May Deus keep thy minds clear. I am able to purify worldly. The Deus himself can clear thy heart and mind. Blessings of the Deus, squire. Feel his warmth surge. Be reborn in his light. Thy wounds have been cleansed. Thy heart brave and thy mind clear. Yeah, well, thanks, I guess. I'm the taker here. These flowers don't grow by themselves. To plant them and water them. This is the Wolf's Paw, Levantine City. When someone needs to address the whole city, they would stand on top. Scotland are by far the worst. The city has 2 tiers for 2 classes. Lord Levant is and a kind ruler. Mostly he Lord Levant left, though. I guess that's how he's running the city. I'm not sure if many understand, but the city lively. Bricks can give us shelter, keys that make us smile. I'm not really like watching people from here. That trader over there? Lots and lots of flowers. Man, I just know people like them. Welcome, Undersquires. Oh, I have no money. I'm not at the money part. Hello there. Are you new squires? Are you the new squires people are talking about? Enjoy your stay here. Levantine is a nice city to live in. Price of garlic rises again? How much for at this rate? This again. This is definitely the best. Sorry, but we're not taking orders right now. We ran out of coal. Please come back later. Or anything anyway. Plants, extracts. Lily forged rapier, roasted pork. So many interesting things I want to buy. Items, yeah. Good. You're not saying that neighbor. Don't you think his wife should have noticed? Don't you think? The air, they're perfect. Coming of the ship lies a risk of arcane items. With the sheer number of vessels that go through Levin multiplied even more. Thus, some of them are stationed here to detect such illicit. Friends, fellow port workers often sit here and work hours, but lately everyone's been busy with their own. Barely get together anymore. Yeah, well, maybe they don't like you anymore. Huh? All these goods may be simple, but it's hard work. Time to complain. There's more to move. Oh, Robbie. Even though all I've done is walk around. Hey, come back here. Every ship who seeks need to go through Levantine. Here we check if suspicious goes into or out of the road. Ships are currently under maintenance. Please check back later anywhere by the Grand Flux. Current Lord Levant is quite the benevolent. Enforcements are strict, but not too much so. And you can't say the same about most. Stand guard here for hours a day. I've developed many ways. Do you know that this side of the wall is made of 42 bricks? all that way and I never did find places altogether different. I don't know. Here. Forest. I guess we don't. Not quite ready for that part. Let's go back to the... Here. Okay, well, I guess I just... Maybe they're in a different part of the game, I don't know. Should I rest now? I cannot afford to be tired tomorrow. Yes, the Master at Arms is waiting for you at the stables. As soon as you're able to. Okay, where are... Welcome to Levantine Unsquire Chambers. If you want to rest, please... Sleepovers are not advised in this castle. There they are. All those sort of look like stables. Oh, that's right, I couldn't get here. Start working! Now listen up. Horses are not merely beasts of burden. They are crucial. A horse gives one great advantage in quality and power from momentum. A land can devastate even the toughest of foes. But power and mobility aren't the greatest advantage. Instead, it is to be noticeable. Commanders are easier seen by their foot soldiers. Commands can be better heard. Riviere, the legendary knight known as the Moon, very skilled in mounted combat. A knight's... Such were his words of wisdom. This is an outrage. Why must we wallow in this pit? We will learn to be knights on top of these horses, not behind them. Princess, that only applies to knights, not squires. Then what is the point of doing this? Tis never need to do. Or not isn't the point of this training, Squire. Yes, you will probably never do this. Someone will have to do it. Someone will have to clean your horses. Sit and lounge around lazily. Someone, so they have the strength to carry you on. Do you even notice that there are people, real people? Just like what? Just like... This is the perfect training for you. Don't stop picking up those nice, squishy balls of... Elaine talked about duty of the stable. The Master at Arms did have a point. Nobles tend to forget that there are people doing the small... I know, but still... I guess this is just not the kind of training I imagined. Thou and I both, Renaud. The task is truly beneath nobility. Please don't bite me. Quite sweet, you see. See? You can pat her like this. She won't... I see. All these tasks. I would imagine none of us is... And Isaac are unmoved by this horrible stench. How can you... Me? Well, I've been in the Royal Cavalry since I was 14. I'm used to the horses now. I would imagine thou need some training before being accepted. Was it because thou wert a LaRue that kept young youth, such youth? How cool. The LaRue hold their banner with pride, and even placed there. It is why Lord Uncle started I could handle a weapon. 7, if I recall correctly. Dear Deus, isn't it... Maybe, but I've been watching though, so it isn't that odd for me. Guess if the Ravager that teaches you... it is to be... Wait, what? You were trained by the Ravager? He's my uncle. There's nothing weird about being... Yes, but not everyone. The pupil of the legendary Lord Severin. Yili is a little lost. Who is this? Lord Severin LaRue. Perhaps the greatest swordsman alive in the realm. Has it that he's won 100 wars. I think I've heard about him as well. Do the elves never talk of him? No, not really. We don't speak about humans. Yili used to think that you roaming the world outside of the forests. Enigmatic, that would be the elves, Ilian. Yili. Anyway, I want to personally see what someone trained by the... Is that a challenge, Delafore? Hey, stop chatting! If you don't work faster, I'll make you clean the... Finished at last. Bath, though, Master-at-Arms? A bath! As for the day is merely halfway done. A carriage full of dung? You had to deliver it to Mudtown. No, not really. It's called Mudtown. Because... It's muddy? I don't know, kid. It's just a name. So why are we taking this dung pile there? For fertilizer! So the villagers can grow us good vegetables. What is that I hear? Did some chuckle at me, boy? Ah, another timid squire, I see. He did. This is how you... Isaac? Hiding when you're confronted? Wussy kind of life the one that you're aiming for? Yes. Manure isn't used fresh, Master-at-Arms. They for weeks before it can be used. If it won't be vegetables that grow, but... Really? Yes, fresh, which makes it easier for weeds to grow. If let to compost, the dung will dry up, which to grow. That's Isaac. There, now instead of being known as meek, you do seem to have know-how about that. Do plainsmen do a lot of farming? Learned about it. This is a very important lesson. More often than not, travel everywhere, roads are infested with wild animals. To mitigate these dangers, you should split into prepare for encounters. A party of 3 together. More than that, more fight turns what? Cluttered and chaotic. All stand in front lines, the others can handle other tasks, such as... I would prefer to take the vanguard rather than being in the proximity. Me too. Let me go ahead and have a... You know, it'll take a while to have all of you... What? So here's how it'll go. 2 to go with you and range ahead. Stay with the cart and depart a few minutes after you. Ah, at last some respite from this. The character has joined. You can switch active party members to the reserve at any time. Access the menu and change the party composition. It's the team that will fight battles. The party leader cannot be set to reserve and must always remain in the active part. You understand what I'm saying, squires? Good. Now go and return before sunset. Be careful of wild mongrels out there. The mountain roads can be... You can path just past the city's church. Don't at the small shrines. You never know when... I guess I need to... Anyway. Yeah, by the church. It's a big ass town. Okay, that's the church. Let's see here. Okay. Arya, Camille, this Bernard, and let's see. Bernard here. I think that's... Don't really have much else. My husband likes to spend around the marketplace. On the contrary, I love the area, away from the crowd. Yeah. Was kind of a little tough, huh? Ah! Fight in order to succeed. will let you play every single character instead of 3 or 4. Not to raise their levels and stuff. It just seems like a... It just seems like a... I mean, we have characters on the screen. Why not just can all fight? Sense. You know, in the old, have 3 characters on the screen that could animate well from memory, but in this case, it's not the limitation. It's a design choice. Victory! Alright, level up. Code of Fatality. It actually reminds me a lot of something I would have... I don't know, it has that kind of feel to it. Moment, by the way. 11 has arrived. We are here to deliver the contents. Alain. Look at that! Indeed. Is it really? It somewhat is, but at least... I thought it was going to be a kind of fun, I'd say. Happy to hurt animals, Renard. The humans fight. Of course, the heat of combat, the feeling of your... It's exhilarating. Illy doesn't touch a stand. Don't worry, Illy. Me neither. It's yours now. Please take care of it. We will, miss. Please inform Lord. I'm really grateful for this. Never hast I seen happy over dung in the filth, but here they have their uses. Well, Lord Elaine does know. He really thinks it's very clever. Is this how? Duty to the people, huh? Great, we should return. The sun will set. Right now? Does thy endurance know no bound? That it does not. Why do we walking back? Seeing how the commoner was duty too, right? That's a good idea, really. Very while before going back. No, I can't. Well, what good is it then? I like this village. It's so peaceful. The village reminds Illy of her. Humans live like this? Unfortunately, since it's only reachable from, always been safe from outlaws. Indeed, prosperous are rare out there, and if there are ripe targets for bandits and marauders, it is not always like. Sometimes people have no choice but to become bandits. They feed their families, and still they must pay. Wouldn't you do that as well? We from the surface, but there's always a bigger story behind it. Because they're born evil. Isaac, there's no need to put ourselves in that place. Deus Valaris created the lowborns for cast. In turn, we are to. 'Tis how the Deus wrote the world. 'Tis how it should. If one cannot afford to pay taxes, they may serve, such as becoming soldiers. What is not rightfully thine. Such atrocities simply can. Exciting than a peaceful life anyway. Seriously, don't people get bored here? There's no fights, no danger in a week. Here, boy. You there. Yes. Yes, master. Are there any giant beasts around here? Any renegades we can squash? Nothing like them around here. Boring. Don't you agree with me, kid? Robbers and renegades outside, master? I've always traveled, but I don't know what's out there. To have good crops every year and not starve. Starving to death. If those kind of homes, I can understand. But already far better off than most in the realm. It's... Sir, I want to go outside the village to look for him. Returned for years, and I haven't heard anything. I'm sure he must be out there, somewhere. It's a dangerous world, kind of place than this peaceful village. A boy like you wouldn't survive for long. How are you going to find him? I guess a kid like me would have little chance fighting beasts or bandits. Them, right? Avoiding easy at first glance, but life isn't that simple. There will inevitably be encounters that you'll have no choice. The more you avoid enemies, the less you'll be trained. There will be fewer fights, but the ones you have to face. That doesn't just go for you, it goes for us. It's not always wise to avoid enemies just because we're... I see, then I get from now. You're still willing to leave this village someday? Sure. If words can put my... How am I ever going to find my father? Young lad, more villagers should learn from your... What's your name, brave kid? Sir? Cameron, huh? Good luck finding your father. Tell me what you've seen in your travels. I'll go back up from themselves, you know. Thank you for encouraging me. You shouldn't. He's but a kid. Ah! At 7 wants to lecture me about this. It's getting late. Master-at-Arms must be waiting for us. So far. But that means he's gonna have like some fuck. Doesn't seem like this with, you know, very straightforward. A mixture of help make your face prettier. But who cares if it can get men to... Most noble ladies marry sometimes even in their 20s. There's... Or maybe just too busy attending balls. Thank you for mistresses. This door will be locked. No big deal, people lock their house. Age. Oh, it's too bad they couldn't animate that. Fresh local goods, second to none. 8 main spider-like and wood, huh? One town very rarely gets any sunshine, so there's not. The realm is cloudy all year long. Blocks all hopes for some morning light. Okay. We stop it there. Now we're in the first hour. For you watching Celestian Tales Old North. Part of a series of games. This is the first part. I actually really like it. It's got a lot of good dialogue. With role-playing games, usually, you know, they're most games nowadays focus on building your character, but it's also nice to get a. So far, it's been good. It's been good. I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.